It's still leaning. It's leaning, but not the same direction.
Okay, we are out on YouTube. Let me get record started. Okay, we're recording. I call this public hearing to order. I'd ask to do the pledge to the flag, please. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ask the town clerk to do the roll call, please.
Councilwoman Anowen,
Here.
Councilwoman Hagen Depew,
Here.
Councilman Hewitt,
Here.
Councilman Paddock,
Here.
Supervisor Baden.
Here. The purpose of the meeting this evening is for a public hearing, which is the town board has received a request of waiver from the racetracks law of the town of Rochester, which is, and I apologize, it's let me pull it up here. It is chapter 107. Specifically, the request of waiver is for 107.6-6B6 and 107-6B8, which is a restriction on Sunday racing and a restriction from 3 consecutive days of racing in the town. In the code, the town board is allowed to waive provisions of the racetrack law upon holding a public hearing, and that is the purpose of this evening. First, just to report to the public and to the board members, Kate, if you could just tell us the comments you have received and just confirm that you have distributed all received to the board members.
Sure. Oh yeah, I'm not mute. I just want to make it clear that as I was receiving them, I was forwarding them to the board. And then last evening, I had so many emails. So what I did today is the first half of the day, I took the emails that I've had the last 2 days leading up till noon today, sent them to the board. And then anything from 1 o'clock till 4 o'clock, I sent to the board at 4 o'clock. And in total, I received 125 emails. I do have 4 that I've now received after 4 o'clock, and I figured the board can decide from there what they want to do with those. And
Okay. So all the board members have received those written comments. Obviously, with that volume, that number, we will not be reading them into the record, but I want to assure everybody they have been submitted to each of the board members. The board members have them and are able to read them. So with that being said, we'll open up the public hearing here this evening. I'm going to take it in order that it shows up on my screen. So the first person who is on my screen is David Bowlen. If you would unmute and tell us what you would like to tell us. Mr. Bowlen?
I'm sorry, I had stepped away from the phone for a second.
Not a problem, not a problem, sir. The floor is yours.
Okay, well, I've been a resident of the area for 45 years. I grew up around the racetrack. My first job was at the racetrack, while I was in high school, as well as some of my classmates, and I know that the racetrack has met opposition in the past, and they have abided by the laws and the rules of the township for the entire operation of the racetrack, and I feel that this permit should be granted to them for special use. The COVID pandemic hit pretty hard, hit a lot of people pretty hard financially, and I feel that it should be granted to them for this special use for this one-time permit.
Okay. Thank you very much for your comments. And just to clarify, I may not have said this in my original opening statement. This is for a specific Sunday, September 26th. Accord Speedway has requested the ability to have racing September 24, 25, and 26 for a monster truck event that is a traveling attraction that will be at their racetrack. It does fall under the racetrack standard of the law and counts as racing days. The 24th and 25th are days that were already approved on their schedule. So this waiver is for the racing on the 26th, that specific Sunday. So just to be clear, it is not allowing racing on all Sundays, just on a specific Sunday, September 26th. And I believe Mr. Palmer has said it will be at 2 p.m. So the next person I have who wishes to speak is phone number 532-3059. If you would unmute and you can speak. I believe it's *6 on your phone to unmute if Yep, we have you. Thank you.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, go ahead.
Yeah, technology is horrible. I'm not going to take up a lot of time. Absolutely anything we can do to support local businesses, we need to do. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, sir. The next person I have listed is listed as call-in user 1. I apologize, I don't have a name, but if you would unmute yourself and care to speak. The person call-in user 1. Okay, we will move on then to Jill Cole. If you could unmute yourself and tell us your comments.
Hi, thank you so much. I live on Whitfield Road with my husband and 2 small children, and I am calling to ask you to reject the application from the Speedway to waive the code. Understanding that car racing is a popular sport and the Speedway is a part of family life for a lot of people in our area, we're totally in support of that and don't challenge its right to exist at all just because we're not into it. But the way we feel about it is that we're not into it, and as neighbors, as it is already, we're kind of forced to participate in this and arrange our lives around it in many ways, with being outside, having family gatherings and sleeping children. And we feel that Friday and Saturday evenings for half the year is a lot and it's fair, and that anything more than that is just not, and especially Sunday afternoons. And on Sunday, everyone should be able to rest, to pray, meditate, enjoy their family, enjoy peace and quiet. We're all working really hard. These are really tough times, and we're just counting on the town code to support. We think it's there for a reason. And also are concerned that if this waiver is granted, there will be more requests to come. So my family and I just ask that you please reject the request and preserve the peace of Sundays for everyone in the community and not just those who participate in this one sport. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And next person is Lindsay Brower. If you would unmute yourself, please.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? Go ahead, please.
Yes, I support the Ackworth Speedway wanting to take on this Sunday in September. I think it's important. I think the past year for motorsports in general has been a hard hit on a lot of small business owners. I think that it's a lot of give and take. Some of the concerns that I am hearing from other people in the community who do live on Whitfield is some of the traffic being an issue, which, I agree there could probably be some better strategies with some of the traffic. So that's just maybe one of my concerns that I'd like to share with people, but I am in full support and I did email Kate a statement about it.
Okay. Thank you very much for your comments. We'll go back to try again. The person listed as call-in user number 1. If you'd like to speak, could you unmute yourself, please?
Mike, we could maybe say it's the only person calling in on a phone that hasn't spoken yet. Too.
Yeah,
Person hasn't
that
spoken.
too. So it's the only person who is on the call-in who has not spoken yet. If you'd like to speak. I apologize. I don't have a better description of who it is. It's just showing as call-in user 1 on my screen. Let me just also make sure there are no participants still in the waiting room and confirming there are not. We'll wait a moment here and see. They might be listening on the YouTube and there is a slight delay. So we'll just wait a moment and see here. If not, that is the extent of the verbal comments. We have received the written comments. What I would like to do is make a motion that we close this portion of the public hearing, but that we hold it open for written comments to be sent to the town clerk with a deadline of 4 p.m. Tuesday, the 27th of April. And that would give her the day of Wednesday to compile them, get them to us. And I plan to put this to the question at our April 29th workshop meeting, so we can give Mr. Palmer an answer, because he is in need of, if it does move forward, he has to initiate contract with this company. So I did tell him we would get him an answer by the end of the month.
Mike, did you make that motion or you want the motion?
I'll make that motion that we close verbal comment, but that we hold written comment open until 4 p.m. April 27th, 2021, to be written to the town clerk.
I'll second.
Okay. Is there any other questions or discussion from the board?
Mike,
Yes.
if you wouldn't mind, I took the time today to tally up the signatures, not necessarily each individual letter, but if it was a letter, I took the signature from the letter. I don't know how much duplication, so there is a variable in here.
Mm-hmm.
In the first batch that Kate gave us, there were 42 signatures for and 25 signatures against, which tallied to her 67 at that time.
Mm-hmm.
in the second batch that we received, which were inclusive of petitions. So you know on those signage, and again, the variable is there may be duplication. So there were 389 signatures for, and a total of 3 in that batch to make that was that second batch for a total of 431 signatures pro and 28 signatures against. And like I said, if you want to take a variable, pick a percentage in case somebody wrote a letter and signed the petition. I didn't pick a variable, but I wanted to give those numbers.
Understood. For me, the decision is not based on volume though, especially when it's easy to get a petition, but your point is very well received. So thank you.
Thank you. Can I ask you a question, please?
We actually have already closed the public comment
We
portion,
haven't,
but
yeah, it's a point of order.
yeah,
Okay, thank you.
my apologies.
Mike, I know volume isn't the issue. I understand that, but I just wanted that out there so that, like I said, even if we took 5% away.
Understood.
Yeah,
Understood.
okay.
Thank
you.
The town attorney sent me opinion that we should not discuss this evening because the purpose of this meeting was public hearing only. So with that being said, and since nobody else has come into the meeting, I guess I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'm sorry, you did not vote on closing the
Oh.
public.
Thank you, Kate. Apologize. Thank you for keeping me honest. Would you do a roll call vote, please?
Councilwoman Allen,
Aye.
Councilman Hagen DePew,
Aye.
Councilman Hewitt,
Aye.
Councilman Paddock,
Aye.
Supervisor Baden.
Aye.
And Lindsay, or I think it was Lindsay who had a question, you can reach out to a town board member anytime. My email is chewitt, HEWITT, @townofrochester.ny.gov.
I think it actually was Jill Cole who had the question, but absolutely. And you could certainly call or email myself as well, and I'd be happy to answer questions through email. Just once the public hearing is closed, and besides, it's not intended to be a question and answer session. So I appreciate your understanding. So now that being said, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. You two can decide who made it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, I will see all the board members next week for the workshop meeting. Thank you.
Aye. Good night.